Have you decided that you wanted to write an article or write a book or need to figure out for the text on your website and your draft looks like this? Or do you have what is known as brain fog, that fuzzy fog, that stuff that fog or that blur that's stopping you from getting clear or creative? If that's you, you are on the right room today. Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Losier. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner, and today we are doing creative block removal and brain fog removal here on the Bro Show. And I'm here with John. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Yeah, very popular show today. Really looking forward to getting going here. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I remember reading an article once where Dr. Brad said that he was doing this session with everybody. It's just one thing that he's doing. So
Favorite.
I thought, you know what, when I'm working with my clients, and if there's time at the end, because as you know, a half hour, we can get a lot done. So I thought I'll just squeeze it in at the end. And boy, it always turned out to be really significant for people. I mean, people that were stuck writing articles. I had one woman that was stuck. She had to do the text for her website. She put it off for months. I did a session with her, and she was on fire. That's her words. I'm on fire. So, if you're trying to write a book, you're trying to write an article, or you have text for your website, or, even trying to design stuff or pick, design things out, design elements, or you don't have any clarity, there's one particular trapped emotion on this trapped emotion chart that's causing that. We know what it is. So here's what we're doing today. We're not doing any keys today. There they are. There's the 7 keys all in one. Boom, we're done. Okay. But what we do want to do today is we want to do 4 emotion code sessions. I'm going to be working with a woman, Elise. She is inside of the emotion code hangout room, and I agreed to do a session for her. It'll be her first time. Here's the criteria. We are giving preference to people that are inside the emotion code hangout room, and I think someone's going to post that for us out there.
Done.
Yep. And then somebody that we haven't worked on before, because we've been working on a lot of people, and we want some new people today. And criteria number 3 is that you would, with enthusiasm, share this on your Facebook page and say, I just had an emotion code session with the bros on creative blocks or creative insecurity. Check them out, 9 o'clock Pacific time every Saturday. If you fit those 3 criterias, we are your new BFFs.
Yeah.
John, I got a couple of announcements before we get started, and we're going to give people time. So I'm going to make some announcements, and then then we'll welcome some people. If you live on beautiful Vancouver Island, that is on the west coast of Canada, and you want to drive to Duncan, BC. Now, even the name of the place, the island's small to start with, so I'm going to a little village to do 2 emotion code sessions on March 31st. And we're doing it in the community farm store. Yeah, I said farm. The community farm store. It is like the Whole Foods of this small community. Beautiful food there, beautiful services there. And my friend Helena and I are doing 2 emotion code sessions. A, because it's fun, and B, when you live on an island, to drive anywhere is fun, right? I mean, so I live on the southern tip of the island. Duncan's probably about an hour or so or less up the island on the beautiful Malahat Highway. So I'm going to be there doing 2 sessions. It is on March 31st. You can just show up. We're doing a session at 1 o'clock and one at 3:30. We're doing 2 of them. And we're suspecting lots of people are going to come out because the word spreads about the emotion code. So, Helena's part of the Emotion Code Divas, and I'm part of the Emotion Code Bros. So for the first time, we're mixing up the bros and divas.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to be doing that.
Take lots of pictures.
Yeah, I think we're going to go Facebook Live.
Oh, yeah. Do it.
I say that, but the lighting has a lot to do with it. So depending on the lighting, we'll set it up because, as you know, I'm training people how to do this live presentation so they can build their business. And I want to film it so people that are taking the program get to see another version of it. So what a beautiful dovetail that was, John, because here's my other announcement. So this is what I train certified emotion code practitioners to do. How to deliver the 7 keys that we're not delivering today in front of a live audience or online. So at the end of that and during this process, you'll have people come to the front of the room like we're going to do in Duncan, and we're going to relieve and heal their pain live like I'm going to do in Duncan. And then people are going to hire us like they're going to do in Duncan. And this is an online program. Right now, it's $495. You get a half-hour mentoring session with me. You get a very dense, thick workbook, and you get all the information that you need to do, the opening sentence, the closing sentence, how to sell your services, how to present the keys, who to, when, and why to bring up to the front of the room. John and I, you've done this a few times together, and you've done it on your own successfully. We do it here live every Saturday. We present you the 7 keys. You'll see in the chat room or in the comments, I put the link, or someone's put the link out there to get $95 off of this program, and I even think there's a payment plan. So if you're an emotion code practitioner and you're stuck and challenged how to describe it and how to get business, I can help. Together with that online program and a half-hour mentoring session with me, we can help you out. So John, that's it. Community Farm Store, Duncan, March 31st.
Nice.
And also I'm doing a Law of Attraction seminar in Victoria on April 7th. You can go to lawofattractionvictoria.com, learn more about that. But let's get back to the emotion code. Let's go check out in the room and see who's joined us so far, please.
Lots of people saying hello. Cindy Trost is here with us this morning. Hey, Cindy. And Susan Arthur.
Hey, Susan Arthur. Good morning.
Yeah, Judy Stevenson says, good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. Jeremy Sadler said, watch the 20 pages guy. He's cool.
Oh, yeah. And Susan Arthur, remember you worked on her son? She said, cheeky little comment. You did a great job for my son. I haven't had a session yet. So she hasn't had a session with us yet. Our friend Sylvia Bellini, snowing in London. It's funny, I never think of London as getting snow, but of course they would. So she's looking forward to today's show.
Yeah, everyone is. Shoshona says, good morning, guys. Peltier. Tamara Trubb says, morning to the bro team.
Okay. And just to remind today, we are looking for people that want to have a session on creativity blocks. Maybe you're trying to write an article, write text for something, design something. Maybe you're having problems trying to figure stuff out or get clarity. Already, so far, we have... Oh, I have Elise. Oh, there we go. I have Elise Shockley that I'm going to be working with, and we're looking for other people. Again, we're looking for first-timers and people that are inside the Emotion Code Hangout room and someone willing to share it on their website. Tamara Traub has joined us. Good morning to the Bros team. Natasha Paula Samuel. She is, as usual, looking forward to the show, watching from a snowy Romford, Essex. Oh, you know what? I want to say this briefly in case she's watching. This is to the woman last week that left some comments on Facebook or on YouTube. She would like us just to skip and get right to the session. So that was her feedback to me, and I gave her feedback. So she's probably not watching anyway. There we go.
Too much filler.
Yeah. Oh, we blocked him a long time ago. This was a new one complaining. I told her there's 9 million videos out on Facebook. She doesn't have to watch mine.
Sandra Mitchell says, good morning, bros, from sunny Seattle. It's sunny here, too, in Vancouver.
It is. It's beautiful here this morning.
Absolutely.
Charity West from the Mitten State. I found out yesterday that the Mitten State was Michigan.
Yeah, everyone knew that except for us.
Yeah.
Joade says, hi from Bognor Regis, the UK.
Okay. Again, we're looking for people.
Oh, and he says, would love to have a session. Please, Joade.
Okay. Now, we're not just doing any session today. We're looking for people that have creativity blocks. So, John, I think what we'll do is that while you're looking there, I will start. And why don't you kind of be the commentary, and I'll do a session with Elise. But
I do have an awesome success story, too, that I'd love to read.
You know what? Why don't you do that first? I'm going to prepare my hair for the session. Go ahead, please.
Okay, hair, makeup. All right. So I've been working with this client for 2 months now. and we've done around 20 sessions. And she actually worked on herself for a year and then came to me because she needed a little extra help. So just got this email recently this week.
Okay, good.
So this is what she says. So since you started working with me, I've felt so much more calm. I've gained great insight into my life and my current direction. It's almost like clearing all those trapped emotions, cleared space for much needed insight. It's amazing. I've gained more clarity in a couple months working with you than I did in years of cognitive behavioral therapy, which was helpful and did have its place on my journey. I have less repetitive negative thoughts, which was a problem for me previously. In situations where I used to experience anxiety, I now feel calm. It's
Oh,
really
nice.
remarkable. Intuitively, I knew there was something blocking me from the life I wanted. Knowing some things about my family's history, it does not surprise me that so much of it is inherited. It's a history with tragedies and lots of shame. I can clearly see the echoes of it in my own life, and I am extremely grateful that I don't have to perpetuate that anymore. It is incredible how changing your inner world really does change your outer world. I know that these changes were made possible because of the work you have done. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Melissa.
Oh, we love hearing that.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
absolutely amazing.
I helped my friend who doesn't really understand the whole emotion code process, and he's a musician, and he was stuck, and he wasn't really happy in his life. And I said, how come you're not doing music anymore? He said, oh, I'm just so stuck. Well, you don't have to say that to me twice. And I said, well, can I help you with that? And he says, do you want to go for coffee? And I said, no, you don't have to go for coffee, but I can help you from here. And it was just all, he didn't really get it right. And I just said, just say yes, and, then I'm going to do something at my end, and then we'll connect later. So he said yes. We hung up the phone. I did a session with him, and I thought, I'm going to call him about 2 hours later. And I get a text from him. He said, dude, I just wrote a song. And he said, I am just on fire. So this is it. So Elise Shockley, we're going to give you a session. She's a first timer. We're asking Elise to share this show today on her Facebook page. And she's also part of the Emotion Code Hangout Room. I'm going to read Elise, her main issues. She's blocked for creating a logo for her program in her business and writing content for the website, social media, and writing a book. It is all related. It's all under the umbrella of creative insecurity. And then the emotion code is called creative insecurity, which if you read it backwards, it's insecurity or it's insecure about being creative. Under the B52, under the B52, it's called creative insecurity. And the lovely and talented Dr. Bradley Nelson has identified it, and we've been helping people remove it. So part of the process is that I need to be well hydrated before a session. So I'm drinking that much water. I'm going to drink a little more. John, what is this?
It's a magnet.
I have this chart in front of me, and Elise has given me permission because she's given me permission without saying that. So there's kind of implied permission. So right now I'm muscle testing to get connected with Elise Shockley. There we go. Am I Elise? I am. Am I Michael? I'm not. So I'm Elise. So on a scale of 1 to 10, my conscious mind was talking about how much blocks I have, creating a logo for my business program, writing content for my website, for social media, writing a book. Is it all related? It is. So is it all related under creative insecurity? It is. Do I have it? What is the severity of my writer's block and creativity block? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? So John, that is the highest on the chart. She's got a 10 out of a 10. She wins. Now, I'm going to find out what the trapped emotions are. Well, look at that. How's this for Captain Obvious? She has the block of a trapped creative insecurity causing Captain Obvious creative insecurity. So can I release it? Do I need to know more? I don't. Now, John, what am I doing right now? Now I'm releasing the creative insecurity trapped.
You're releasing the trapped emotion with the magnet.
That's
It's
right.
over the governing meridian. Deletes it out.
Do I have inherited creative insecurity from my mom? I do. What's that, John?
inherited from mom or dad. So you can be born with these emotions from an experience that your parents went through or an ancestor. Takes a few more swipes with the inherited trapped
That's
emotions.
right. Yeah. Now I'm going to ask the next question. Do I have hidden creative insecurity? We call those little bees, little buggers. So she has hidden creative insecurity.
Hidden. Sometimes we hide things on ourselves. So yeah, Joade, I would love to work on you. Give me a severity. How severe is your brain fog or creative blocks, and some context. Oh, we have written a book a long time ago. Release some blocks.
Okay, I am officially done, but now we're going to check. Remember, John, we did the severity check, so I'm going to ask this question. I'm still Elise, yes? Before the session, what was the severity of my creative insecurity? And, what was the severity of my blocks? 10 being strong. Watch my fingers. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? 10. See, it's locking it in. Now, is it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0? Did I remove all the blocks to my creative insecurity? Yes. Do I need to know more? No. It's officially a 0. Okay. I'm just going to disconnect with Elise now.
And Dia Lewis says, "Am I too late to volunteer?" So Dia Lewis from Atlanta.
Okay, Elise, we are excited to hear from you next week or earlier. Of course, because Elise is part of the Emotion Code Hangout Room, we use that space to report success stories. So my hunch is she's going to scan a copy of her book writing and her social media and give us an update. Do you have somebody, John, in the wings?
Yeah, I'm looking for a little more information from Joade from the UK. He says he'd like a session, but is it brain fog, creative insecurity? He said something about writing a book years ago, but just we want to know the blocks and the resistance to
Yeah.
something you're trying to do. Same with Dia Lewis. If you have something, yeah, same thing. Give us some context to work with, just so we can know what kind of questions to ask as well. And Antonio Fornier's wife has some pain. We're looking for creative insecurity,
Yeah.
brain fog.
I'm scanning right now if I'm not looking at the
So wait, brain
camera.
fog on writing. Okay, thanks. So I'll just connect up.
Who are you working with?
Joade, and I can't pronounce his last name. I'm not going to
Okay.
butcher it. I usually,
That's okay. He's our friend from India. So John right
yeah,
now has gotten Joade's permission.
yeah.
That's what we were waiting for. He found out the severity and what the problem is. So John muscle testing right now, getting connected because we're all connected to each other. But John, because he's the proxy for Joade, is getting connected to Joade.
Yeah, so I just connected up.
Okay. He's hydrating himself. That's
Like some water.
another part of the
A
process.
muscle test like this. But it goes in like that. It looks really weird,
Okay.
but I'm muscle testing in my lap. So good connection here. Got my chart in front of me. So is there a trapped emotion contributing to brain fog, preventing you from writing creatively? Yeah, severity, is it at least a 5? Yeah, is it a 10? It's a 9. But a 9, trapped
Okay.
emotion, creating this resistance to clarity, to,
Okay. I'm
yeah.
looking at Brenda Lily Foster, and it sounds like she has some. Again, Brenda Lily, I'm going to give you a session. You're giving me permission if you're watching. I'll be able to connect with you. I'm going to find out the severity of your creative insecurity brain fog, and then you can share today's show on your page, let people know that you had a session live with one of the bros. And Brenda Lilly is a Canadian. She lives in Red Deer, Alberta. So I'm just going to see if she's listening. I'll know if I get connected with her that she's hearing this. If I don't get connected, oh, there we go. Brenda Lily Foster. Am I Brenda Lily Smith? No, but I'm Brenda Lily Foster. There we go. I'm asking my subconscious mind about the severity of my brain fog today. Not today, just the severity of my brain fog, my creative lack of creativity, lack of enthusiasm. getting things done, coming up with good ideas? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Brenda Lily Foster, you're a 7. Do I have creative insecurity blocked, trapped?
She says, yes, she's here. So I cleared a discouragement from Joade and self-abuse. Be like verbal self-abuse, just beating yourself up, being hard on yourself. Another trapped emotion, yeah. Defensiveness. Clear that.
Okay, I'm almost done here with Brenda Lily. Hey, the other thing I want to let people know, you're seeing us doing this quite fast. Well, we're well trained. We work fast. We do things fast. If you go to our website, you'll see that we do half-hour sessions. Don't come with one item. You'll be bored. Oh, I found something interesting with Brenda Lily Foster. Prenatal. She has prenatal creative insecurity. Any more? Just that one. What that means that while she was in her mother's womb, she picked up the vibration or the trapped emotion of creative insecurity while she was in her mother's womb. So
yeah, it's super common. I found a confusion and a rejection. Joade, confusion. So that's definitely going to create brain fog.
I'm going to test Brenda Lily. Before the session, what was the severity of my creative insecurity? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 or 8, 7? And now it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, zilly. It's 0. 0 for Brenda Lily Foster. There we go, Brenda Lily. We're going to look out for your feedback about today's session in an upcoming show.
Nice. Yeah. And grief, just cleared grief, Joade. Got down to a 2, another trapped emotion here.
Yes. Hey, if you just joined us and you live on beautiful Vancouver Island, I am giving 2 emotion code presentations in Duncan, BC at the Community Farm Store. How's that for being in the country? And I'm doing with Elena J. I don't see her on the line today, but she's usually joining us.
I saw her name. Yeah, she's here.
Oh, did you? Oh, there she is right here. Creative Insecurity. I'd like to write a script for a pre-talk video. I'm going to help Suzanne Darnell. I've been trying to write a web copy for about 4 months. It's the piece I want to have launched before I start seeing clients. So why am I stalling? I don't know. How about B52? B52, creative insecurity. Now, I've worked with Suzanne as a one-on-one client before, so that means I can connect with her easily. She's giving us permission by saying that, so I am going to connect with Suzanne Darnell.
Oh, I finally found a creative insecurity for Joey, but it's inherited creative insecurity.
Okay.
And an effort unreceived.
Okay, I'm not connecting with Suzanne here.
Clear that. She's here.
I run out of fuel. Suzanne Darnell. There we go. Am I Michael? Am I Suzanne Smith? I'm Suzanne Darnell. Oh, by the way, there's a Comic-Con convention outside of my house today. And I'm the only one wearing a T-shirt in my city today. You should see them. They're all got outfits and costumes on. And yeah.
Do they have swords?
They do, and they're not kids. Suzanne Darnell, I'm asking my subconscious mind about writing web copy for about 4 months now. Do I have creative insecurity that's creating that? It is. Is it 100% trapped emotion related? We love that because it means I can get rid of it. So my block to writing web copy for my piece that I want to launch before I start seeing clients, causing my stalling. Is it 100% creative insecurity related? It is. What's the first trapped emotion? A, B, even, odd, 1, 3, 5, 1, 2. How's that for Captain Obvious? I have creative insecurity causing my creative insecurity. Do I need to know more? I'm going to release that.
Okay, finished up with Joade, got a 0. Couple inherited creative insecurities there at the end.
Are there any more? A, B, even, odd, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stubbornness. That's it? Is stubbornness hidden? Is
I'm
creative
gonna do
insecurity hidden?
I'm gonna do one more here. I'm gonna work on Dia.
Who?
Dia Lewis. Dia Lewis from Atlanta.
Dia
So
Lewis.
switch back to her creative self. So she's been a security guard for 8 years and military 9 years before that. And severity's a 10. So has uterine fibroids from squelching my creative self all these years. Severity 10, fearful of lack of financial security from a creative career. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna connect up, Dia. Get a good connection. And proxy.
Okay, I'm done with Suzanne. I'm going to check this. On a scale of 1 to 10 before the session, what was my creative insecurity that was causing me not to write my web copy for months? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? And now, is it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? It's 0. Suzanne, you can hold your head up high and get a pad of paper out today. Go to your favorite coffee shop and start your writing. Doesn't have to be there.
Yeah. So I just cleared self-abuse from Dia. Another trapped emotion. Yeah. And I did get a 10 Dia as well. So another trapped emotion, creating these creative blocks, creating these concerns, creating this resistance to being creative. Yeah. Creating these symptoms. Column A, column B, B1.
Suzanne
Heartache.
Darnell saying, what? Creative insecurity is causing creative insecurity? Yes. Wade's giving you a thank you. Helena, I'm looking forward to the presentation in Duncan. We haven't started promoting it yet. I have my graphic gal doing a little graphic for us to help promote that. And you're saying I have many people coming to that event. Me too, ideally. Let's see.
Okay, I found inherited frustration, and frustration is also an emotion of being blocked, frustrated about, not being able to move
Yeah.
forward. This is inherited father side. Let's clear that frustration.
Sandra Mitchell giving us the shout out. Michael cleared my brain fog recently, which greatly increased my memory. I did not know that.
Nice.
I could have opened up by that today. Are you one of those people that has a really short memory and it gets all fuzzy and foggy?
There's a creative insecurity for Dia. Yep, let's clear that.
And while you're doing that, John, this week on Instagram, this guy tagged me. He has an Instagram account called 20_pages, 20 spelled out TWENTY, underscore pages. So I thought, what's that? I go to his page. He's taken my entire book and he's done 20 pages at a time, little videos. So I sent him a note. He was so thrilled that I talked to him, and I actually talked to him on the phone last night. I really loved what he was doing. So you gotta, I think that's the same with YouTube account. So I go to YouTube and I watch 20 pages, and outside of messing up my name, he takes 20 pages of my books and talks about it, and then points over here and the graphics pop up, and he's quite funny talking about my book. So if you're on Instagram, check him out, 20_pages. And he has gone through my whole book, 20 pages at a time, and gives commentary and teaches little mini lessons. So if you want to know more about law of attraction and you want to hear somebody else talk about it or interpret from my book, check out 20 pages.
I'm going to check it out later.
Oh, there's Lois DeWards with us. Good morning from Iowa. Looking for another great show.
Okay, I got a great metaphor. Oh, sorry, go ahead there.
Suzanne saying, if you could see me, I'm celebrating. Thank you, Michael. And Jerry Salter gave me a hashtag Comic-Con. That's what it's called. Yeah.
I've got a great metaphor for trapped emotions.
Oh,
I believe
yes.
this is what a metaphor is. Emotions are like kids. Wrapped emotions are like kids, I should say. You don't want them driving the car, but you don't want to stuff them in the trunk either.
Oh,
You can laugh.
not real friendly, but I get your message. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Not really friendly. Did you create that on your own, John?
No, I saw it
Do you want a
on
graphic of a
Facebook.
kid stuffed in a trunk, right, to make your point?
Yeah. Delilah? Uh,
Oh, is Delilah with us?
no, I don't think so. She can
Oh, I
make a
see. With
graphic
the
though.
okay. Cindy
Sorrow.
saying, Michael, did your friend write the Emotion Code Bro song? No, he did not.
Cass
Mary Solis.
McRae.
Go ahead.
Where's Cass McRae? That's him, right? We wanted him to write the little
Yeah,
jingle
Cass
for us.
McRae. That's right. Canadian country and western singer. Hey, 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 it's Cass McRae.
Okay, I got a 1 for Dia here. Another trapped emotion here. Be odd, even. Is it B1? It's insecurity. Insecurity.
Oh,
Clear
the
that.
Comic-Con people are getting restless. They're all lined up, but they must start at 10 o'clock. They're all there early with funny outfits on. John, after that session, we're going to wrap it up, and then we're going to hear what's happening next week on the Bro Show. So,
Okay. Are we at a 0? Is there more, Dia? No, that's it. Okay, I'm done.
you're
We're done with
done.
Dia.
Good stuff. So thanks everybody for participating with us today. If you want to check out previous episodes, you can go to hangoutwithmichael.com/bro show, and we have the link. You can also sign up as a podcast, and as fun as it is to watch, you can also hear it on podcast. We have lots of podcast listeners, so we're going to give them a shout out. John, what are we doing next Saturday, please?
Next Saturday is. Next Saturday is. Next Saturday is. Next Saturday is repetitive rituals.
Yes, repetitive rituals.
So do you find yourself doing the same thing over and over, or saying the same thing, or
Yeah,
even
OCD
thinking?
or touching the doorknob 75, whatever it is, whatever
Yeah,
your OCD is, or repetitive rituals, we'd like to help you with that, even if they're healthy ones. But they're driving you and your family crazy. Or maybe your kids. That's another thing. If it is your kid, child, I guess a more respectful way to say that, they don't even have to come to the show. You can say, I'm the mother, father, and my son or daughter is driving me crazy because they keep doing this, this, and this. With your permission, we can help them out.
absolutely.
Good stuff. So today you got an opportunity to see how much we can do in just 2 or 3 minutes. And John and I both have online calendars. You can see John's URL there is aliveandpure.com.
Hmm.
Mine is hangoutwithmichael.com/emotion code. In a half-hour session, we can do more than one thing. So come with a list and we'll see what we can cover in that 30-minute session. And at the end of that 30-minute session, you might say, I want some more bros. I want to do some more work and more sessions. And for some of you, it might take convincing that it can work for you. You know, it might take convincing. So I'm going to tell you a little story. So yesterday, there was a business group meeting, and there was 50 people in a meeting. And they were in somewhere, I want to say Wisconsin. I'm not even sure. I apologize if it's not right. So I was the guest over Skype, over this Blue Jeans. So they put me up on the big screen, and it was a room full of business people, right? You know, they've got different mindset rather. And I did the 7 keys. And then they had a podium at the front of the room with the mic in front of it. So I said, who'd like to go first? And we waited, and then somebody, you know, imagine the vulnerability of going to the front of the room. So this guy came to the front of the room. I could see him on the mic, and I welcomed him. And he had knee problems, both of his knee problems. And there was severity of a 7 or an 8. So I got connected with Met. So there's a whole room of business people. They're watching me. I'm only seeing dude in front of the mic, but the whole room's watching me. And I'm muscle testing, and boom, I found it. There was severity of an 8. And probably in 3 minutes, I removed all of the pain in his knees. And while I'm doing it, he didn't move, right? So he didn't know. So when I was done, I disconnected. I said, so now I just want you to lift up your knees slowly and squat down. So he squats down, he gets back up, and he has this huge smile on his face. And I said, so I need a new number. And he kept saying, well, I don't feel anything. I said, that's not a number. Throw me a bone already. Give me a number, right? And there's never once in a time where it didn't work. But in the very moment, you're thinking, oh, I hope this worked. But there's never not been a time that it hasn't. So I got him to lift his knees, his left knee and his right knee. He squatted down and he twisted. And he had this biggest grin. So finally, he threw me a bone and said, it is a 0.
Nice.
It only took him. And the minute he left the podium, boom, somebody else went up. And she had lower back pain. And I healed her lower back pain. So my point there is, once you see proof or have proof of the results of the emotion code, then you become more convinced. It's like, okay, this stuff is real. So yesterday, even though I did it on Skype, I did the 7 keys to the emotion code process. And I filled my calendar. Well, it's going to be filled by the end of the weekend with these people that watch me. I'm doing this business block program. You and I both do it. It's if you're a business owner, we cover all the areas, referrals and customers and clients and, people that owe you money or whatever it might be. We will help you work on that. So next week, repetitive rituals. You can bring your repetitive ritual. We also going to encourage you to join the Emotion Code Hangout Room. The link is out in the chat there. And that way you can know what's coming up and get excited about what we're doing on the Bro Shows. I'll see you in Duncan, BC, March 31st. Let me know if you're coming. Bring your selfie camera. We'll take a picture. Yeah. John, we'll see you live next week. And let's say goodbye to everybody watching.
See you next week. Bye, everyone.
See you, everybody.